Today we are going to draw cats on a fence with some pumpkins at nighttime or like a dusk. So we are going to start out tall way. You guys are going to use a pencil. I'm going to use a Sharpie and you guys are going to use pencil, and then make sure you outline at the end. First thing you're going to do is lightly draw a line. You're going to do that lightly with your pencil. Then you're going to draw a zigzag for the fence. Once you draw that, you might want to erase these lines here. I can't erase them, but you will. Now we're going to draw the shadow of the cat sitting on top of the fence. Now the shadow is just like when you go outside at night and you can't, well, not when you go out at night, or when you go, when the light or the sun's coming down and you kind of stand there and you kind of see a black shape. That's what we're drawing, that black shape. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a U. Once we do that, we're going to make it a little skinny, come up for the cat. Make an oval, 2 points, whiskers, and on this one we're going to add a tail that comes up. Now don't worry about any of these lines because you are going to color all of this cat black later. So once you do this, if you want with your pencil, you can very lightly color this so you know that that's going to be colored totally black. You can do that so you don't get confused. So I'm just going to just shade it really quickly so you know where that goes. But you are going to make sure that you color everything perfectly black. Like take your time, go slow like this when we get to coloring, when we get to the part where you're going to use your marker or your crayon, and make sure you get all the white spots. So I should see your cats black, 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 solid black. Just like that, a solid black. The next cat, we're going to make a U. This one's going to be a little fatter, so come all the way back up. Once you draw that, we are going to draw his head, which is an oval. 2 points again, whiskers. We're going to make a dangly tail, which is kind of like a candy cane shape. And then for this one, we're going to draw his little hind legs. So we're going to make a curve that comes in and a curve that comes in. That's like when you see the cat sitting down, you see the back legs. And like I said, I'll just shade this in very lightly and quickly just so you can see where it goes. Okay, but you're going to take your time coloring this. And then lastly, we have one more cat. Now this cat's kind of like an in-between cat. So let's make a U. Let's make his neck a little wider. Make an oval head, 2 points, whiskers. And I don't think I can fit the tail here, so I'm going to just make my tail come straight down. Same thing as before, shade this in so you know where to go. But remember, when you color, you're coloring it in solid black. Otherwise, it's never going to look right. So if you can see, this is a solid black. Like I'm really working hard on this. I go around the shape, and then I color it in. If you have a Sharpie, you're going to color this in Sharpie. If you don't have a Sharpie, use a black pencil. Just press hard. If you don't have a black pencil, use a crayon. So there's lots of things that you can color. And I'll color this one all the way so you can see what it looks like. If your marker is not working so well, get another marker. Because you don't want the marker to die on you while you're about halfway through. Okay, so here you can see it's going to be a solid black cat figure. Now, for the background, you're going to do this in pencil. Don't trace this later. You're just going to do in pencil. Do 1 circle, 2 circles. So you're making a target, just like the store. You're making a target. Okay, and this is only pencil. You're not tracing this. So you're not tracing this. No tracing. Once you do that, we're going to leave this as the moon. And you are going to color it or use color pencil or watercolors. The only way you can use watercolors on this project is if you have a permanent marker. If you have a water-based marker, you have to use color pencils or crayons. No markers on this project. Only color pencils, crayons, or watercolors. That's only in pencil. Now, we're going to draw a pumpkin. So just like we've done before, you start with a curve, make the little point, and come back down. It's going to get chopped off, so you're not going to see all of it. Same thing here. I'll scoot that up. This one, we're going to make a tall one. Same thing. Little bump, come down. And you're not going to see those little bumps that we do. And then this one will make a nice big one. Just like we've done before, make the 2 curves for the top, 2 curves top, 2 curves. And we've done this like just a few weeks ago. Starting from the top, from the little point, we're going to make a curve, a curve, a curve, and a curve. Same thing here. Curve and curve. This one, curve, 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 and curve. So now we have our pumpkins on the bottom, our fence, and then we should just draw some lines for the fence. You don't even have to go all the way down. You don't even have to make them all the way. You just have to make a couple of lines to give you that effect of the fence. Now, this is what we're going to do. You are going to trace everything except for the circles. You can trace the moon if you want, but everything else is traced except for these circles. Don't trace those. So you're going to trace the cat, the fence, the pumpkins, and the moon. So I'll just make this thicker so you remember to trace that. Okay, and I'll scoot it back down. Now, inside the cat, you need to color them perfectly black. So either with a Sharpie, a color pencil, or a black crayon. Once you do that, we're going to work on the moon kind of radiating. You want to test on a piece of paper your colors. Now, I've already pre-tested them, or you can test them on the back. You want to check out your colors. And you want to make sure that they're light to dark. So then you figure out which ones are light and which one are dark. We are going to start with the lightest in the middle. So this is my lightest blue crayon I have. So I'm going to scoot this down so you can see. I take my time. Now remember, we're not tracing those circles, and now you'll see why. Because you want the effect that they're blending together and not just like a bunch of target circles. Then I pick the next color, the next lightest color, or the next darkest color. Make sure you go around the cat. Don't color over their heads because you will see the crayon through their heads. Okay. Then I take the next color. Should be, I actually think it's this one. Yep. Take this color, do this one. Like I said, test the colors before you color. You don't want to be making marks on your paper while you're doing it. You're going to make the whole area. You need to make the sky go all the way to the fence and to the edge of the page. It will give that effect like the sky's kind of like glowing from the background. And then I'm going to take one more color, the darkest color I have, and do the darkest color. Now you don't have to do blue. You could do purples just like this. You could do reds if you have a lot of reds. You could do oranges. You could do yellows if you want. It's up to you what colors you want, but you definitely have to figure out how many you need and in what order from light to dark. Once you've done that, you're going to work on your pumpkins. And we've done pumpkins before, but let me show you a quick kind of cool way to do pumpkins. Same idea with blending. 3 colors again. A yellow, a light orange, and a dark orange. So what we do is we do the tops of the pumpkins yellow. So they're glowing. Then I take the light orange. You guys are going to do a better job coloring. And then I take the dark orange on the bottom. So then it has that glowing effect. Okay. Don't forget to do the stem. You can do green or brown, whatever you have. And then don't forget to do the fence. You could do the fence in a dark green. Oh, there you go. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. So here again, that's the light orange, and then the dark orange. So yellow, light orange, dark orange. When you get to the fence, you can actually take your crayon, press harder here, and then lightly color the fence in. So you have kind of a cool effect to it. When you are finished, everything on this paper will be colored except for that moon. So please take your time, go slow. I'm trying to get this straight for you. There you go. I don't want to see anyone scrabbling. I want to make sure that you get all the white spots. That's what's going to make this picture look amazing. Take your time, go slow. When you are done, make sure that you take a picture and we will post it under your assignments. And I cannot wait to see your cats at night.